Okay, so it's safe to say that the blues notes in the three key magic blues, three Mixolydian keys, we're just going to start. 1 goes to 5, 4 goes to 5, 6, 7. If we're going to do a 7 flat, each one of them is going to be. Now notice that was a free blues note there because I just followed. When you want to, you don't know where you're going to put those blues notes, you could still just play that Mixolydian build, which is up here. You'd be on the 5, 6, 7, and this goes immediately around to root 2, 3. Just stacks right above it, right? How we do that? Just stacks right above it. I'm just going to get the square only here. Alright, I'm just going to put that right on top of it. Okay, and then we can shape fit that in there. Now this is graphics shape fitting, not pattern shape fitting on the fretboard. So you can see it just flows right into it. 5, 6, 7. So if we're doing Mixolydian, it's going to be 5, 6, 7, root 2, okay. Now there's our 7 flat. Without getting too confused, hey, what was this, root mode only? But I thought we were in Mixolydian. We are in Mixolydian. We're in the root mode, but we're playing starting on the 5 of the root mode. That's legal. So here, these are properly placed. Whenever you want to see if a blues note is properly placed, just look at it. 7 flat, 3 flat, and 5 flat. Alright, so we go. Start on root here. Root 2, 3, flat, 4, flat 5, 6, then 7, root 2, 3, 4. So going on up, getting into this S4E here. Okay, let's just start on that. Now you don't have to hit that natural 7th there, but it'll help you when you get to the 5th, because 5th is right. So at 5 you'd go. I can just start on this G here, right? Okay, I jumped right up to that purple D. So the colors help sometimes, but right now we're using concepts that the colors just help us realize where we fit into the grid. Where are we landing? Where's the landing strip? That would be the color that we're looking for. It's just a checkpoint. The more checkpoints you have, the better you feel about what you're doing. So remember, the 2 flat is the flatted 5th of the root key, but the root key is now the 3 root keys are going to be Mixolydian. Alright, last but not least is play number 2. That would be as opposed to just 1 key, okay, where these blues notes are all the blues notes of the 1 key. Okay, so we're not changing to 3 keys here, but it's all the same key that we're just subbing in. Now let's talk about subs. Tripent blues, 3 blues notes. Now we have to add 3 blues notes because we're doing the tripent blues. One is diatonic Ionian, okay, or you could play Mixolydian. By the way, you can mix and match these things. You can mix and match. You can do Dorian here, and then for the 2nd you can do this one, and for the 3rd you can do this one. Okay, so we say diatonic Ionian, but it's really a diatonic Mixolydian, probably, if you're starting a groove with a 7th chord. 5, 6. Okay, now Why did we hit a accidental there? I don't know. I don't have time to. If we play this as 5, 6, 7, we're in the key of what? C is the key, is the fifth of F. That's why. Okay, so we got our diatonic Ionian, or we can play it as a Mixolydian there. And now we're going to go to the pentatonic substitutions. 4 becomes the new root, 5 becomes the new root. Similarly to this, I shouldn't have really taken us to play way 3 because we should have got used to these substitutions first. In this method, it says here must add flat third, flat 5, and flat 7 to the scales. So that would be similar to up here, right? Now we might be doing the short patterns here, and we're going to be looking at the pentatonic. So here's where it would be. So if we're doing a Dorian pentatonic here, it'd be okay, something like that. I missed that twice in a row because my eyes, I want to use my eyes, but don't have the strong glasses on. So that's kind of weird because what we're doing is we're doing a pentatonic, but then we're adding all these notes into a pentatonic. Is that proper? And by the way, these builds, whether there's a D on the bottom or a C on the bottom, is completely arbitrary. Okay, try to keep root on the bottom of the long pattern builds. So for tripentatonics, we're looking over here, on our fretboard, 1, 4, 5 Ks. The reason we're looking at the short patterns is because it's easier to learn the 1, 4, 5. If we have 1 here, if our 1 is, let's just do root 2, 3 here, but it'd actually be an E shape. So if our 1 is an E shape here, our 5th is the next shape over, but it's actually going to be 2 letters over, so the 5th is going to be the C shape, and the 4th is going to be 2 letters over this way, so it's to the A shape. So we start on an E shape here. We're doing an F, E-shaped F. Okay, the 5th of that is going to be a C shape right there. The 4th of it is going to be an A shape. That's what's going on with the horizontal cages. And then vertically, this is a little review. When we go up, when we move the pattern up 1, okay, string shape wise, if we go up, we're going up a 5th in string shapes. When you use the word cage as C-A-G-E-D, you're going up in the word cage, skipping every other letter. So it's C goes to G string shape, G skip E to D string shape, D skip C to A string shape, A skip G to E string shape, etc. So you got C, G, D, goes up in 5ths, string shape 5ths. Okay, and it goes down in string shape 4ths, where you get it, the word cage backwards is a pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A. Skip every other letter of that, start on C, C, skip D to E. Okay, now we're going down in string shapes. The problem is, let's look where that E is. It's right here, because that was where the warp is, the tuning warp, so we have to be careful there. We'll just look at the P4 part. C, skip D to E, skip G to A, skip C to D. Okay, that's going fourth. So that's the pentatonic, the tripentatonics. Now you don't have to play, and I'm sure there's a note there somewhere that says you don't have to play the tripentatonics as the blues. Okay, you can go like this, you can just go. So we can do our diet.